Hello, everyone. I'm going to record a bit of a video today to tell you about homeopathy as part of our week of discussion on modern medicine. Now, some of you probably have heard of homeopathy before, and some of you probably have not. For those of you who have not, basically the idea behind homeopathy is that you ingest within your body some tiny amount of a toxin. Okay, so the idea is you ingest a really small amount of some toxin, and your body responds to that toxin in such a way, your immune system responds to that toxin in such a way that it actually boosts or kickstarts your jumpstarts your immune system to take care of other problems with your body. For example, there's a specific homeopathic cure for bruises. Okay, so you take one specific type of toxin at a very small dose, and it kickstarts your immune system to take care of a bruise. Okay, so it cures the bruise. And the whole idea behind this is that you take a really tiny amount, and your own immune system is what's taking care of the issue. Okay, so you can cure any number of things, right? You can cure headaches, you can cure bruises, what have you, every type of malady or affliction of the body, there is a homeopathic cure for it. Now, I'm here today, surprise, surprise, to tell you, or at least hopefully convince you by the end of this lecture, that homeopathy is in fact the snake oil of today. Let's jump right into it. I pulled this directly from a website that tells you how homeopathic cures are made. Essentially, you start with a natural substance, some type of plant, typically, and you soak it in alcohol for a long period of time. And what this does is it extracts a lot of the chemicals that are soluble in ethanol within the plant, and those go into this what's called a mother tincture. Now, they concentrate this down by quite a bit, so at the end of the day, it's a fairly concentrated solution. Next, they take one drop of this mother tincture, and they put it into a container with 99 drops of pure alcohol. Okay, so they're diluting it by a factor of 100. Next, they take another drop from that new solution, and they put it into another container with 99 drops of pure alcohol. So they're again diluting it by a factor of 100. And again, they take another drop and they dilute it by a factor of 100, again and again and again. And this number here, 4C, at the very end, the number C indicates the potency, or how many times it's been diluted by a factor of 100. Okay, and typically this just keeps going and going. Typical numbers you can get are 30C or 10C, and what's amazing about it is the price goes up with the number of dilutions that have been done. Okay, it's said to be more potent. Okay, I'm doing air quotes right now. You guys can't see it, but it's said to be more potent the more times you dilute it. Okay, let's get into this. The last step, after they make the entire number of dilutions that they have, they end up with some solution at the end, and they take a single drop from that solution and they put it onto a tiny sugar pill. And this tiny sugar pill is the thing that you take. You ingest it into your body. Let's deconstruct a real item that you can purchase online and see exactly what they're selling you. Okay, here is a picture, a screenshot from bowiron.com, whatever that is. Bowiron, and you can buy, 30C Arnica Montana. Now, this is telling us that it's been diluted by a factor of 130 times before being dropped onto the sugar pills. Now, what's inside this canister is a bunch of sugar pills, and it turns out that there's about 80 pellets in there, and it's Arnica Montana. Arnica Montana is the plant. So let's calculate how much active ingredient there is per pellet, per sugar pellet. Now we have to make some observations or assumptions and observations to be able to get to a final answer. But as you'll find in the end, it doesn't really matter what assumptions we make. The total mass of sugar that we have inside this container is around 80 pellets. And if we assume that each pellet is around 30 milligrams per pellet, good enough, right? So we have about 2.5 total grams of sugar. Arnica montana is the plant. In this plant is this compound called helenin, which is thought to be the active ingredient. And again, I am air quoting active ingredient. Now, helenin is the toxin that they are interested in extracting and putting into each of these pellets. And the nice thing about helenin is that it is a molecule that we can know the exact molar mass of. So do you guys remember back in the chemistry unit, we talked about molar masses or atomic masses? That means that if I have 1 mole of this molecule, so 6.022 times 10 to the 23 molecules, that will weigh or have a mass of exactly 262.31 grams. Okay, so from that I can take the number of molecules and I can convert it into a mass, or I can take the mass and convert it into the number of molecules, and this will become important. Now we have to kind of assume what the concentration of the mother tincture is. It's never really stated, and my guess is they don't even know themselves. Because this is such a loosey-goosey term, right? What does mother tincture even mean? It sounds like something you would get out of, some witch doctor's hut. Get me the mother tincture of Newt's tale. But we are going to go ahead and assume that it is 50% helenin by mass. This is an insanely concentrated solution. There's no way that it would actually be this concentrated. It's probably hundreds of thousands of times more concentrated than the actual solution is. Okay? So our assumption, we are assuming way more concentrated than it actually is. Remember that. Our assumption is thousands of times more concentrated, right? And actually, by the end of this, you'll find that it doesn't matter at all. We could assume that the entire thing, so 100% of this mother tincture is helenin, and it won't change the answer by very much. So this final concentration works out to about 2.5 moles of helenin per liter of solution. Okay, so that's 2.5 moles per liter. That's the concentration of the mother tincture. So how much is in each of these solutions? Each dilution step, so 1C, 2C, 3C, 4C, corresponds to a 1/100th decrease in concentration. So the concentration is going down by a factor of 1/100 each time you do a new drop into the next solution. And if you stop and think about this just a little bit, you'll see that that makes sense. Okay, so there's a 1/100 decrease in concentration for each dilution that you make. So the first drop going in, that would be a 1/100th decrease in concentration of the mother tincture. The next would be a 1 in 10,000th decrease in the original mother tincture concentration. The next would be a 1 in 1,000,000th decrease in the original mother tincture concentration. The last here, 4C, would be a 1/100,000,000th decrease in the original mother tincture substance or concentration. Okay, so if you do this 26 more times to get to 30C, what's the final concentration of helenin in this solution? Well, we started with 2.5 moles per liter. Next, we go to 2.5 times 10 to the minus 2. That's the concentration of this final solution. Concentration of the second final solution is 2.5 times 10 to the minus 4. Third, 2.5 times 10 to the minus 6. Fourth, 2.5 times 10 to the minus 8, etc., etc., etc. And you keep going all the way to 30. And you get 2.5 times 10 to the minus 58 moles per liter. 2.5 times 10 to the minus 58 moles per liter. 10 to the minus 58. That is a small number. Let's think about how small that number actually is and what this number, moles per liter, actually means. We can use this to calculate how many molecules are in each pellet. Remember, 1 mole is 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd molecules. So We know how many moles there are per liter of solution. We know that each pellet has 1 drop from that final solution put onto it, so we can calculate the total number of molecules that are in each pellet, and the answer is 8 times 10 to the minus 39 molecules per pellet. This means that there are way less than 1 molecules per pellet. Less than 1 molecule per pellet. As a matter of fact, you would only get 1 molecule of halonin if you consumed 8 times 10 to the 39 pellets. How many pellets is that? That's that many pellets. That's a lot of pellets. How many kilograms of sugar is that? That's 3 times 10 to the 33 kilograms of sugar. Still isn't ringing a bell for you? Okay, let's put this in terms of the mass of the Earth. That's 500 million Earths in mass of sugar. You have to consume 5 million Earths of sugar that is treated in this way in order to get 1 molecule of halonin. 1 molecule. To get 1 molecule. So, in the end of the day, what are they actually selling you? They're selling you sugar at a 6,600% profit.